Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you stretched your legs and got a bloodsicle to tide you over for the rest of our 2-hour show. Yeah. I went there. We're gonna hop right into it because, as always, the little adventure I have planned for you is totally not gonna fit within the next 2 hours. So, I'm ready to dive back in if you all
You
are.
give us the abridged version.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chad critting helps with a lot. Chad's lucky crit. Also, Chad's general love / disdain for Chad. I don't know. Also, the fact that Pocket's character ended up liking Chad, I thought she was going to eat him for sure, and then it just went the other way. It's actually kind of cute. I like it. I ship it.
Fucking Chad.
Yeah, I ship it. What's the ship's name going to be?
I think everyone expected me to eat him, and I was like, I can't do it now. I can't do it. They expect it.
I'm like legitimately thinking of a ship name. Chaddeuce, because two like deuce, and then Chaddeuce.
Oh my god!
All the ships have set sail. That was terrible. I should never be. I should never be allowed to name a ship ever again. People are saying "true." I like it. All right.
That sounds like the bishop from Princess Bride. True love.
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together.
You're way too good at that. All right. So, as you all decide to follow Chad to the university. Wait, you all go, right? Or just two? I should ask that.
I don't think Nine's gonna let me go with him alone.
Okay.
No.
Maggie, do you come
I'll
along?
hang back though. Like I won't
Maggie
be up in their
could
business.
use a trip out of the house.
Brisk walk, yeah. Harm.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah!
So it's
Always
like
looking
the
for a
three
chance
of
to
you
steal
are
things.
the three of you like chaperones, kind of walking.
I think like I went up to Maggie and I was like, can you go
I
with
think
us,
we'd be like
please?
bodyguards around Maggie. She'd be like the delicate little,
I'm the
Yeah,
best.
she has like a
bodyguard.
cane that's got like a dragon
Yeah.
on it or some shit. Like, ooh, my poor back. Like she's in pain, but she's really
babushka.
not. Yeah.
So as the three of you are sort of flanking Maggie and trailing behind Two and Chad's kind of like looking a little pleased with himself, also looking a little nervous. And he turns to Two and says, not exactly how I imagined our first date to go, but yeah.
Oh, trust us, it's not how I imagined it either. And I just smile.
So creepy. Yeah. I'm happy that this happened though. He kind of like looks awkwardly over his shoulder at everyone else and smiles awkwardly at Nine. Keeping my hands where you can see them, sir.
And I like look at his hands and I'm like, what's the point of, why would you do that? We want to, what? I don't know why he did it. He's weird, isn't he? Yeah, I agree.
Your brother's a little scary. Big guy.
Oh, he's just a big old teddy bear. Yeah, teddy bear. Have you ever had a teddy bear? Oh, I don't have him anymore. The last time I had one, it got it got blood. I mean, it got destroyed.
I could get you a teddy bear. Would you like to go to the fair with me sometime? I'm pretty good at those games.
Oh, is that like a circus? Because I love the circus. And
yeah, it's kind of like a circus. It's a circus with games.
And as he like puts his hands down, I like grab one of his hands and hold it. And I'm like, oh, is this okay? Because she told me to do it. And I like point to my side, but there's no one there.
He kind of laughs nervously, but he's really excited to hold your hand. And he's just like, yeah. I mean, I don't really care who told you to. It's nice. Are you sure you're not cold? Your hands are icy.
Oh, it's no, that's just how they are. They've always kind of been that way. I get hot really easily, so I like staying cold. If that does that, I don't know if that makes sense, but you're really hot.
Oh, what? He like flushes. We're almost to the campus. Yeah, I know a few people in the dorm. I mean I know the resident, the resident manager, the apartment manager, the dorm resident person. I'll go talk to them. And you sort of start to see the building, the dormitories, like sort of outline against the sky. The building is pretty dark, you know, and the gates are closed. Normally they're open during the day. And he stops for a moment and waits for the other three of you to kind of like sort of catch up with him. And he's like, you need a student ID to get in, but I'll go in, ask the resident person if anyone matches the description of who you said dropped this phone. What did you say you looked like again?
Oh, I think we can go in. It'll be okay because we could just say that we're your friends, right? We are friends after all, right?
Oh, there's no visitors allowed in the dormitory after 9 p.m. too.
It'll be fun, Chad. We'll be fine.
This could be this.
Oh.
I could be your girlfriend. This could be your brother, and I point to Maggie. I'm like, that could be your mom, and then I point to Harmon. I'm like, and she can be. No, I don't know what to make her. I don't know.
We won't be
cousin.
staying long, Chad. Don't worry. Be fine. Be fast. Be quick.
Okay. He nervously walks up to the little guard booth, and inside there's a female guard. She looks up at the group of you, kind of like a little bit awkwardly. It's a little bit of a motley crew, and Chad kind of walks up and presents his ID. Yeah, so no visitors after 9.
Oh, he's 9. I point to 9.
She looks at you. Yeah, so like there's no visitors after 9 p.m.
Oh, she talks weird. Yeah, she does. She talks.
I
I,
think
like,
there
walk
are
up to her.
visitors after 9. I think you got that mixed up.
Can you roll your Let's see. Are you trying to convince her that there are not
girl.
visitors
You already
after
know I'm trying to work that witch shit. What do I roll?
I was waiting for it. Okay, so you're gonna go down to your disciplines, and then let's see. You've got a couple options here.
Dominate, maybe? I'm not sure if it's dominate or obfuscate.
Dominate. So
Okay.
obfuscate would be if you try to go in sneakily without her seeing you.
Okay.
So go
And do I
ahead and
just-
roll your charisma with your dominate. So the little D20 next to dominate, you should be able to click on it, and then
D20 next to dominate. Oops, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I
like-
did that wrong.
oh, that's your rouse. So underneath your skills, it's gonna say specialties. It's gonna say disciplines, and then when you
Yes.
go to so there's like a little D20 logo next to where your dots are in dominate.
That's our dominate. Yes.
There.
Yes.
And so click that, and then it should prompt you to add something to it.
Oh,
And you can add
Okay.
charisma.
So, and then I add charisma, you said?
Yeah.
And then what's the second one? I'm really sorry. This is totally new.
Yeah. The second one will be your resolve.
All right, let's try that.
All right. You get 3 successes. She kind of almost looks kind of confused. And she's like, and then she just kind of like shakes her head. And then you hear her mutter to herself, like, did they change the policy? And she like clicks the button and like, you know, buzzes you in to the gate. Gate gives out a loud buzz. Chad pulls it open, looks at you all a little bit strangely, but then like holds it open for you all to go in.
Thank you.
Yes, of
Maggie
course,
just
ma'am.
goes in with her cane.
Yeah. He follows in behind you. Uh, that was a little weird, wasn't it?
No.
It's just Wednesday, you know? It's just another Wednesday. It's fine.
Oh.
Yes, it's because she's an old lady. She has just a way with people, you know. People people do like her a lot. I like her.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. 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 He like continues to walk forward almost as though he's convincing himself at this point.
Yeah.
This is a strange night. And he walks forward into the dorm and things are very quiet. Most people have gone to bed or are out partying at this time of night. And opens the door, walks in, and he knows the young gentleman who is sitting at the desk. And you take this to sort of be the person who has been tasked with keeping peace in the dormitory. And he's sitting there. He looks up at Chad, and he's like, "Oh, hey there, Chad. How's it going?" And he's like, "Oh, aren't you crafty? Normally I didn't guess after 9." And he like kind of goes back to doing what he's doing on the computer. And Chad walks up to him, presents the phone, and he says, "We're actually looking for someone. Yeah. So we found this phone in the cafe, and it belonged to somebody. We were hoping you maybe recognized him. What did he look like again?"
Oh, he had very nice hair. And he wore a lot of leather. It was too much leather. Way too much leather. Not cool. No, I agree. Definitely not cool. It kind of smelled bad. Smelled very bad. And then I look at Harm as if like, because I didn't really pay attention beyond that.
Yeah. Right.
Brother, what did he look like? We don't remember. We were too busy sniffing his hair. It smelled really good. I
Right.
look at Dad, I'm like, sorry.
Chad kind of like chuckles awkwardly.
I start slowly describing the guy.
Yeah.
All wearing this outfit. I described the symbol that I saw on their jackets and stuff. Seen anybody else wearing these symbols around?
The guy kind of like thinks for a minute. Yeah. There's like a weird little youth, like a Bible study group. Some of our Running Start students kind of go there. Running Start's where you can start taking college classes in high school. Brings some really awkward crowd in, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I know a few of them tend to go there. It's some kind of club on campus. Came in fairly recently. There was during the club fair, there was a table from a group out, a church out in Salt Lake City, and they were trying to expand their efforts and offered a discount on college books and stuff like that. Kind of weird,
That's
but
the one. The
yeah.
Salt Lake City. I remember they're talking about salty lakes, and it was like, that's really weird. I've never seen a salty lake before.
There was a fellow, Harm. You said you saw his badge. It said Salty Lake.
The badge didn't say Salty Lake, but the badge was interesting, and the other one, he said he was from Salt Lake.
Oh,
Can you-
right.
Can you tell us who started this group or who is the leader of the group?
I don't really know who started it. I mean, I think their club president. I don't know. It was like I said, they set up a booth at the club fair. Trying to think here. I know they
What
have
was the
club
booth
meetings.
for? Were they recruiting or spreading a
Yeah.
message?
I mean,
'Cause
that's
they
what
seemed to have a
clubs do
really
during
pretty
club
direct
fair.
goal when we ran into them.
Oh, they give you a hard time?
I
People
looked
aren't
at
allowed to
attitude.
proselytize like that on campus. I'm sorry
We
you
dealt
went
with
through
it.
that. Oh, that's
I look
good.
back
That's
at
good.
9 and I'm like, she thinks it's a cult. Sounds like a cult. And we've had to deal with this before. And last time it gave me a boo-boo and she got very upset at me because I wasn't careful.
Right.
I'm just explaining this to my brother. He's just probably like, okay.
Yeah, you're kind of like starting to lose them a little bit. Right.
Where do they meet?
Oh, yeah, that. Give me a second. He like pulls up something on his computer. You hear him click clacking for a second.
And as
And
he's doing
then
that,
you
I'm
see
like,
him.
yeah, this guy's kind of weird.
Chad like chuckles. Dude, he's a nice guy. He's helping us out. Don't be mean to the guy. Give him a
And I like
chance.
lean in a whisper. I'm like, but he smells bad.
He kind of like laughs a little bit. Yeah, no. He does too much Axe body spray, am I right? And you see Matt's like eyebrow kind of flit up as he like kind of catches a little bit of that. And you hear the printer go off and he reaches down into the desk and hands you a flyer. 9. That's got all the clubs on campus, where they meet, what day they meet. Looks like they meet Saturdays, 3 p.m. Gymnasium.
Does it happen to be Saturday?
No.
Okay.
Also, 3 p.m. would be a huge problem.
Right.
That's true.
Sunshine, all that. Does it mention any place I can go for more information, like on campus?
They have a website.
All right. I grab the piece of paper, I look at that, and I ask him, "Can you pull this up for me?" It says there's a website there. Take a look at it.
He like looks awkwardly at Chad. Chad looks back at him. Come on, Matt, just do it. You owe me. And he like is like, right. He like starts tic-tacking it in, brings up the website. He like kind of laughs. And he's like, wow, that's a blast from the past. And he turns the monitor over your way. He rotates it around. And you see like an old Angel Fire website from the 90s. And it has a lot of information on it about where this club meets, having a higher purpose, serving your church and your God. A lot of things like that on it.
I have only dealt with angels once. Those nasty business.
Oh.
Maggie, did you just say you dealt with angels?
Sorry, what?
But they're on fire, so it'll be easier to deal with, right? Yeah, we think it'd be easier. It's just,
Are you an angel, Matt?
No, me, ma'am? No, of course not. I mean,
Okay.
I shake my head. I'm like,
are
he doesn't
you?
smell like it.
Just thought I should ask. It was joke.
Kind of like, oh, right, a joke. And then he feels obligated to laugh because you're older. He's like, yeah, good one. Yeah, it's awesome.
And I like lean forward on the desk, like getting really close. And I'm like, you're lying. And I just like back up again and I smile.
He just like looks awkwardly at you and kind of like.
And is there anything on the page that like will let us know where we can locate anyone right now? Like a dorm room?
There's no dorm rooms or anything on there. You can see like some info about like who the faculty advisor is.
Ooh. I point at a name and I'm like, okay, that looks like a human name. From today. I don't know what they're doing with names today. It's really weird, isn't it? She agrees. It's really weird. But who's that?
He like
like pointing.
at this point it's actually Chad who looks over at it. And he looks and he's like, oh, right, yeah, no. It's one of the professors on campus. Religious studies or something like that.
Oh, he's religious. They taste I mean, they're good. They're very good.
I look at the. Did we ever get the guy's name that's actually behind the computer?
His name is Matt.
Okay, I look at Matt.
Mhm.
Can you pull up this faculty member's curriculum? Possibly his office room.
Yeah, I should be able to. And he, turns the monitor back, types in a few more things, pushes it back towards you. You see like a headshot of the man, as well as the department he works in, sociology, humanities, that type of thing. You see where what days he keeps office hours and where his office is. And you also see that he is a part of a special program at this university, and he helps people become sort of like gain their license to hear confession and become ordained and all of that. He helps people major in like, I forget the college course with how you become like a pastor. He does that type of stuff. But he does other more philosophical classes as well.
It's not catechism. It's or catechism. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember the name of it either.
Yeah, I have a friend who went to one of those.
All right. So I'm gonna try and find out, or like, does any of it relate to the time we're at, like PM, AM? Like, can we go there and go somewhere now that's on this list?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it doesn't have his home address on there because that wouldn't be very safe. But
right, of course,
you could use, like I said, you could use some of your streetwise. You do have a name now. You have an office, so that's a lead. You could try to use some of your contacts within your clan or within Kindred Society, within Anarch Society, since you're an Anarch clan, coterie rather, and see if somebody else knows who he is, where he lives. You have that at your disposal, especially if any of you have like those
Do I
contacts.
have like a hive mind ability?
Malkavians are somewhat connected through the web.
Like if there's like this thing where it's like, have I heard of this before? Like you would think that someone I knew has heard of like this person trying to do these things, especially if they're specifically targeting vampires.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
bodies, whatever.
for sure.
Well, I can also like, I'm sure I can contact, like they're older now, but I bet I could contact an old military buddy.
Oh,
and
for
see
sure.
if they have any like, because I'm sure like some of them went into like the police force, something like that. They can use like certain databases that people couldn't get, like other people wouldn't have access to or whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely. Given your background, you definitely. And I think your touchstone is also isn't your touchstone a retired cop?
Retired Army General.
Retired Army General. Okay, yeah. Yes, we could like do a roll for that and see if you know anyone that.
Nope.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's use your. Probably be your. I would say charisma or resolve, depending on whether it's your sheer determination or your like sort of your likability that you're using for this. And anyone else who has similar abilities can help him. They'll add 1 die. And then you can use your, let's see, your streetwise would probably be the skill.
Okay. Okay, so I'll do streetwise and resolve and see what happens. 1 success.
Okay. So you don't know anyone in particular that you know will for sure have the information, but you do know someone that you can barter with for information.
Okay.
There's a Nosferatu. You're not on the best terms with him because you rolled a 1, but he knows you. You'll probably end up owing him if you go and talk to him, but this is a 1 shot, so it doesn't matter.
You're right. Yeah. Oh, you.
Yeah. 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 So you know a Nosferatu named Blink.
Okay.
You kind of know where he tends to prowl at night. He hangs out in a bridge at the underpass nearby. And
since he's Nosferatu, I mean, is he gonna have a phone, like a call, or do I have to meet him in person?
Oh, they're very tech savvy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure, like, which, because I know a couple of clans are not like.
Yeah, the Nasta are the most tech savvy. So.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all about information and things like that. So.
Perfect. Okay. Then I will excuse myself from the room and get on the phone with Blink.
Mm-hmm. So you ring him up. Rings a couple times, and on the other end of the phone, you just hear, my. That was the last name I intended to see on my caller ID.
Yeah. You were the last number I wanted to call. You didn't end on such good terms last time.
I'm shocked you even know how to operate a phone. I guess they can teach old dogs new tricks.
They just gave me one with bigger buttons.
I'm impressed. So, what do you want? Unless this is a call for pleasure? You know, I charge by the minute for that.
I'm afraid not. I have a name. I need you to give me an address. And you know what line of work I'm in. I'd owe you.
You would owe me. Well, I guess I have to decide whether you owe me now or whether you owe me later.
I'd prefer later. I have pressing business at the moment.
Oh, yes, because my day just stops and starts with your business. In fact, I wake up every morning and I decide, oh, I wonder if 9 is busy today.
Look, Blink, either you'll do it or you won't. Either way, let's get on with
I want to in the room and go, but brother, we're going to go outside now, okay? It's really awkward in here, and I just want to go outside, okay? And then I just, like, disappear.
Harmony, would you keep an eye on too, please, Harmony?
Yeah, I got this. That little tyke's kind of entertaining. Let's go find something to play with, too.
Oh, I already have something. And I, like, grab Chad's arm.
2?
2? And I rush out the door.
All right. So, you need an address. For what? Let me guess, you're going to kill him. Let me guess, you're going to eat him. Let me guess, he owes you money.
What I do with him doesn't concern you.
Everything that happens in the city concerns me.
All right, if you must know, he's the leader, a possible leader of a sect of hunters.
Ah. He, like, thinks. So you're after Ramsey. Ramsey McCartney. Yes,
Does that match the name?
Yep. Ah, yes, I'm aware. He's been operating here. Didn't think it was anything serious. Did know he has a number out for you, though. Oh, if you had kept things cordial with old Blink, I might have given you the heads up, but I see that you've handled yourselves pretty well.
Can I have the address now? I feel this phone giving me cancer.
That phones don't get... I don't know.
Well, not to mention talking to you giving me cancer.
Oh, your words wound me. I love talking to you. Such a straightforward, to the point type of guy. My kind of guy.
You give me an address. And then you give me a name of your choosing. That's how this works. That's the trade.
What if I want something else? I'm not quite as barbaric as you. Dead bodies are seldom entertaining. Can you roll your charisma and your persuasion? Sorry, Blake's
can.
kind of a bastard.
Well, I'm not persuasion. I can't persuade shit.
Yeah,
That's
you can do
like
that.
those two are both pretty low. So we got there we go. Charisma and persuasion. I think I did it. And hey, I rolled 1 dice, 1 success.
Yeah, kind of perks up. I'll make an exception for you. You won't owe me now. You'll owe me later. And I don't want a body. I want something else.
What?
Well, I'll tell you that after I give you the address. I thought you said you wanted to do the favor later, not now. Can't change the terms of the bargain.
Agreed.
Good boy. There, I texted it to you.
Blink. Is it there?
Yep.
I just wondered if it was like,
yeah, no.
Oh, it's a nice big pic, bud. Like, oh, good joke. Thanks. Yeah.
It'd be a Nosferatu dick too. It'd be so like effed up looking. Oh my god. It would just be like nightmare inducing. Just like
It'd
this
be all
twisted,
veiny and angular.
gnarled. I know.
Literal blood popsicle. You kids ready for your blood popsicles?
All right. So I look at my phone. I tell him I've got the address.
I'll be calling. You better answer. I know where to find you. Just come visit sometime. Like good old times.
If there's one thing you know about me, I keep my word. Boop.
All right.
And I go back into the room. And it's just, I think it's just Maggie that's left, right? Because
yep, everyone else bounced. I don't know what they're doing.
Maggie's talking to Matt.
Maggie is like somehow she has just sat there and Matt has like somehow just spilled all of his soul out to her. For some reason, she's just like,
yeah. He's like, he's sitting there like, yeah. So I asked her out for a second date and she said she needed to wash her hair, but the first date went really well. You know, how does that even happen?
Oh, I honestly was imagining like Chunk from Goonies when they're putting his hand into the blender and he's like, and then I went to the movie theater. I made this puking noise like, sorry. And I come
girl
out with the
does
phone.
not realize what she missed.
Oh, gosh, you're so wonderful. Who did you say went here? One of your kids?
Yes, all of my grandchildren. They're very, very smart. I love all of them very much.
Next time you come by, don't forget to say hello to old Matt, okay? It was so nice talking to you. You're just such a lovely lady.
You are a good boy, Matty. Yes, you are. She slaps his face a bit.
He reaches like into his bag and pulls out like, you know, a pair of tickets to a Broadway musical that's happening in a few days. And he's like, I was going to take that girl, but here, you should go.
To what?
The musical.
What kind of musical?
Let's see. It's a story about a young man who is afflicted with a curse. And he falls in love with a girl. But in order to keep this curse at bay, so he prevents from turning into this hideous monster, he has to, he has to kill people.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like he's cursed by a demon and he has to appease this demon so that he prevents himself from turning into a monster. But the entire time, he's trying to get rid of this demon's hold on him. you know? But in return, he also gets great power. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, it's supposed to be pretty great. It's also supposed to be kind of funny somehow, but you should go. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like Beauty and the Beast.
Well,
Can I step into the doorway but be behind Chad and just be looking at Maggie like...
And then I'm not even there. I'm busy playing hide and seek. No one knows where I'm at.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I tell after that is done, ma'am, we have an address. Harmony, where's 2? God damn it. I go walking off.
But as he goes to walk off, I like jump out from behind him and I like grab his neck and I'm like, "Here I am, big brother. You didn't even
She's behind
see
you.
us. There I am. No, you didn't see us either." And I look at Harmony like, serious? Like I won. She didn't see us, brother. No, we hid very well.
Chad comes out of the bathroom, like shaking his hands because he just finished watching them. So, did you guys get what you needed?
I've
Yeah,
got
I did
Broadway
very
tickets.
Yeah, I did really well. They didn't see me anywhere, Chad. You were right.
Yeah, you're super good at games. I'm telling you, we should go to the fair this Saturday. You'd probably really like it.
Okay, pick me up at night.
Yeah, at night.
Yeah.
Sure,
Oh,
of course.
bring wine.
Yeah, I can do that.
Chad,
You're so
Maybe
nice.
some of the pricier stuff this time. I heard you say you like the old stuff.
Yeah, I like really old stuff. You know, it's just way better. And I look
Yeah.
at Maggie real quick, like, I totally didn't take one for her.
Chad,
Yes, sir.
you said you're going to pick 2 up on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
That means you have a car.
Yeah. Now you see him like kind of stutter. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna need to borrow it.
Oh well, like
2. Can you ask
Right
Chad
now.
if we can borrow his car? I love Chad. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry, Chad. I was Chad in college. I was Chad. Like,
Oh, I know.
Izzy, can I borrow your car? Yeah. Can I be popular?
I like give him like, in my scary way, I guess, give him like big eyes, and I'm like, Chad, we really gotta get to this guy because he's trying to hurt us, and you know that you don't want us to get hurt. Yeah, he's not a good guy, and you're a good guy, I think. I mean, I hope. You seem like a good guy. I think so. And I
I'm gonna have you roll your persuasion and your manipulation.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of dice.
Yeah, 4 successes is way more than enough for poor Chad. Chad like kind of like smiles at you and he's like, "Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm sure you'll bring it back, right?" And he like hands you his keys too.
As I grab the keys, I like lean in and I kiss him on the neck. And then I lick his neck. I'm like, "Wow, you do smell nice." And then I take the keys and hand them to 9.
You see him like kind of shift so that the counter is blocking his like line of sight a little bit, and you see him kind of awkwardly like lean over the counter to kind of obscure his lower half. Yeah. Yeah. Just it's parked in the student parking lot 2 blocks down. Just leave it where you found it, I guess.
Maggie is
I look at the
glaring at him
keys.
intensely.
Chad, you look a little
get-
lightheaded. Feeling lightheaded,
What?
buddy.
No. And
He's
then
a
you
little
see
pale.
you hear him whisper to you like kind of fervently, like, "Don't ruin this for me."
Ruin what exactly, young man?
No, nothing.
Harmony,
Yeah.
Ease up. Ease up, kid.
You're lucky. That little one can take care of herself.
I look at the keys and I go, let me guess. Toyota Celica?
No. He like kind of laughs. It's a green Honda Eclipse. I really liked the movie.
Close enough. All right, I'll have it back to you by tomorrow morning.
All right. Yeah.
I walk out.
Yeah. Perfect. So
Bye, Chad.
you all walk out.
I get like really sad that we
Bye,
have to leave.
Harmony.
And I'm like, I don't want to leave you, but it's probably better that we do. And then I would lean up to kiss him again on the neck, but I bite a little bit this time
Mm-hmm.
and try to draw just a tiny bit of blood. Maybe it's a little too hard.
Yeah. Yeah. He kind of like jumps a little bit and yelps, and then kind of holds his neck and kind of blushes and looks at you, and he's like, "You like to play a little rough, huh?" Yeah, me too.
Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't. I knew I shouldn't have done that. You
You
taste
hear from
very
out in the
nice.
hall. 2.
Okay, bye, Chad. I'll see you on Saturday. Okay, bye.
Bye. See you. Oh man, and you see him like kind of lean over, and Matt just looks up at him, and he's like, "Dude, you need a new girlfriend. That was weird." And you make your way outside into the foggy night. He gave you pretty good directions. Sure enough, around the back of the building and a little ways down, there's a parking lot.
And I just ask among our group, I assume I'm driving. Anybody else know how to drive?
Nah.
Ooh, I've never done it, but we can totally do it. And I like make
Okay,
grabby hands towards the
2.
key.
2.
Oh,
I'll let you sit on my lap and I'll teach you how to drive after your date with Chad on Saturday. Deal?
yeah. Okay, yeah,
All right.
definitely. We agree.
You should drive 9.
Yes, ma'am.
Smell like pumpkin spice in the campus. My God.
So we find or do we have any trouble finding the car?
No. It is a lime green Honda Eclipse. The obnoxiousness you see from far away. There's a gaudy spoiler on it and a stripe.
You
on the
kind
hood.
of hear me just very lightly growl at it.
Yeah, there's a coexist sticker on the bumper.
Oh God! I'm gonna lift my leg on
I
this
pat
piece of
him.
shit.
Just pat. I pat
Actually, no,
him.
I won't. I don't want to claim it as mine.
I was gonna say that it's yours forever.
Yeah, I know. Well, I go around to the passenger side. I open it up for Maggie. Respect.
Oh, thank you. I can open car door. Oh, thank you. Oh, are these bucket seats? There's lots of leg room. My God. Oh, can stretch out.
Can I sit on your lap? There's not a lot of room in the back, and Harmony takes up a lot of space. She always crosses the line and gets in my space, and it's very annoying. We don't like it.
Go.
It's hard when I don't know which you is you. I don't know which space I'm taking up, okay?
But she hates it more than me.
How about
Backseat.
I scoot up my seat and you have more room in back?
Oh, yeah, that works too. Okay. I'll
Okay.
braid your hair. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that will work for me. 9, is this button to move? Oh, it's automatic. How in the hell does this work?
And I go
reach
in and I
over
push
and
one, and it
gingerly
like
grab
makes
it.
her chair go back all the way. Oh, that's not it.
I don't like cars. I prefer to be home. Okay. I just let you deal with it. I sit here. It's fine. Okay.
All right. I take a look back. Seatbelts. That means
No,
you
not
two.
enough room. Not enough room. No.
2. Put your seatbelt on or we're not leaving.
Brother, there's not enough room in the seatbelt. Harmony keeps getting in my space, and it's really annoying, and we don't like it.
Where is the space? I just don't understand.
And Harmony's like all the way like scooted over against the edge. I'm like,
There's literally 4 feet between us. I don't know how I can give her any more room. Just don't understand. My seatbelt is not even near her seatbelt.
I'm like,
I just look over to Maggie and I go, I am really glad I died before I had kids.
they
You're
angrily put on
me.
the seatbelt.
So how about you take shotgun? Would you like to sit up front?
I get to shoot people? Yeah. Okay.
It's not what I meant, but I sit in back. Okay, this is fine.
Wait, does she have a gun?
I get out and I'm like, okay, and I help you in the back, but then I easily take the front and I buckle my seatbelt. I'm like, now she can't take our space.
See. Now she has all the space she needs.
I grab I reach across I grab the shoulder strap and buckle it in my fucking self. I look back, everybody buckled in. Everybody buckled. Okay.
Regrettably.
Start
I
the
like
car.
the cup holders back here. Is where you can keep Slurpee.
Is that hair and gum together? It is hair and gum.
I find a country radio station and I crank it up loud so I can listen to that.
Yeah.
So you're hearing like, oh, my exes live in Texas.
Mine. Why do you do this to me?
I had my hat in Tennessee.
We've done this planet too long to listen to country music.
Two situation makes so much more sense.
Dracula. She looks out the window.
Okay. I put the address into the GPS and either put it on whatever if there's a thing or just kind of glance at it.
Yeah. So you have to make sure the car's stationary before you do it, but you do because you already told everybody to put their seatbelts on. You're a safe driver, and you look at the address, punch it into the console, and sure enough, it gives you directions. The console lights up and tells you exactly where to go.
All right. As we make our way there, but like, how far away is it? Is it enough to have a conversation? Because
Yeah,
I'd like
sure.
to discuss. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Ma'am. I'd like to discuss a game plan.
My eyes light up at the word game.
No, not that kind of game.
Oh.
Are we there to scare him? Are we there to turn him, kill him?
It's hard to say. Nine, don't you have instinct? You trust your instinct.
I like whisper.
Yeah.
We should play games with them.
I don't know. Game does not seem like optimal idea.
But
if we
I
are
vote
here
we
to
kill
turn them, killing, okay. Harmony votes kill. Okay, so we have 1 for kill.
Simple.
We can play games and kill. It'd be like hide and seek, and when we find them, we kill them.
Mm.
Yes, we do.
I'm down.
Let's discuss the pros and cons. Kill him. Sends a message. Pretty clear that whatever he was into is not safe and probably pretty dangerous to be into. But also, people are going to come looking for his killers. We turn him. Rose, he becomes one of us.
I want to halt you there. Who turns him?
I can.
I don't want to sign up for a baby.
I'll have a baby. I have several babies at home.
Well, we would have to clear it first. We'd have to clear it with the Baron.
But I feel like we can't say
Yeah.
hey,
of the
our
Baron.
life wants to change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're anarchs, you answer to the Baron and not the Prince. So
I was
We'd
referencing.
have to clear it with the Baron first.
We could
You
just
scare him, or option 3,
um
2, or you, ma'am, work your talents on him and make him believe that
uh-huh.
we don't exist, we're not a threat, something of that nature.
Let's make him our slave. Yeah, she
I
thinks
guess
so.
option 4 presents itself.
And I look at Maggie.
I'm like, we should. He could trim the hedges. So that way Layla doesn't have to.
But she does such good job.
But she works so hard, and I feel sorry because she's so nice and she makes such good dinner. She really does.
She does. She works very hard. But I don't think we necessarily need slave. We need answers, right? We need to find out what's going on. Rather than just kill them, we need to know who they are.
So we
Supposed
get in
to
their
play
mind.
games. So then afterward, afterward we can get into mind, but it's better to know at first, right? Ask questions, then shoot, play game, eat.
Okay. So 9 gets answers, and then we play game and gets in their mind, and then Harmony kills them.
I'm down with this plan. I mean, we could skip the first 2 steps and save an entire day.
Okay. I just would like to know who they are first. So 9, if you'd like, we can go the interrogation route. Try to not get messy. And then
he
I
always
can
gets
maybe...
I don't
Again,
think you know him.
I apologize for the carpet.
Is okay. It will come out.
All right.
I steam it.
Well, I think a direct approach, a little bait and switch, meaning, ma'am, you would go to the front door, knock, get his attention. 2, Harmony
Yeah. No.
would follow me to the back. And while he was in your, I almost said thrall, but while he was distracted with you, we could get the drop on him and detain him, probably.
No,
I'm
I
guessing
go
if
with
he
Mother.
knows about us,
and
he
I
knows about our strengths and weaknesses, so it would be best if we could take him by surprise.
I call Maggie. I'm like,
No, I go with her. No, I don't want to leave her alone. What if she falls? She could break a hip. I saw that on TV. Yeah. We don't want her to get hurt. So I go with her.
I have not fallen. My child, if you would like to come with me, absolutely. Okay.
Yes, you're nicer.
and I look at Harmony and I glare.
I'm nice. I'm nice.
I go with her.
I'm nice.
Harmony, very nice
go.
person.
And
But you can come. You can come with me, and we will go talk to him together. But we'll try and make sure that he know who he's dealing with. So we're not going to be scared. We're not.
No,
afraid.
no scared. I'm not scared. No, we're not. No. You might be scared. And I'm pointing at the window. You might be scared, but I'm not. No.
Okay. 9, what do you think?
What's your cover story going to be? Meaning, what are you going to tell him to get him to open the door and talk?
Girl Scout cookies?
I have some ideas. I like the Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Like a Girl Scout.
At
I saw
night might be vicious, but we'll make it work.
Can you keep a lid on too? Do you think?
I think I can. But also, I think you can keep a lid on too. So I think you don't give her enough credit. So you'll do fine. You'll do fine.
I like go, at 9.
All right, I guess it's you and me, Harmony, to the back.
I'm down. Let's do this. And I slowly pull out like these crazy looking brass knuckles that are like covered in what appears to probably be old blood. Just pull them out of my pocket. I'm ready.
All right. We'll be there in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
As soon as we get close, I pull the car probably like 3 or 4 houses down to the actual address. And I tell everybody, all right, we walk from here. Harmony and I will go up the alley. You guys go to the front door.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
If
so
anything
the
goes
neighborhood-
sideways, if anything goes sideways, just whistle. We'll know.
Okay. I can't whistle.
I do that as he says
Two
that.
can whistle. Two can whistle.
All right.
And the neighborhood that you find yourselves in is a very affluent one. The houses are huge. Most of them have tall gates on the outside. As you approach the address, sure enough, you see that you hear sort of like the panting of a couple of guard dogs just behind the gate, and also a tall sort of like what am I trying to describe? It's like a tall double gate that swings inwards, and then there's a smaller like pedestrian gate off to the side.
Can
And the
Maggie
house in front
do
of
a
you.
thing
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
before
for
she
it.
walks up? I just wanted to say before she walks up,
Mm-hmm.
is there a way to conceal her true appearance?
Yes. You
Like
can
she wants to
attempt
use
take
magic
on-
to just look like a different person entirely.
You wouldn't be able to look like a different person. However, you could take on what's called the color of life and pass completely as a human. Because right
Okay.
now, y'all do look really fucking weird.
Real vampire. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't.
So yeah, I'd like to try
Wearing
that.
a lot of makeup. People assume that your pallor is because of your makeup. Okay. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to give me a rouse check.
Okay, where debt is.
Your rouse check is
Oh, right down here. So just click that.
Yep.
Okay.
And on a 6 or lower, your hunger increases.
crap.
Oh.
Okay, so your hunger increases by 1, but you still succeed in gaining the color of life. So let's
Okay.
describe kind of what this looks like. Before your very eyes, Maggie pauses for a moment, and then when she opens her eyes, suddenly you see that a lot of the cloudiness is gone. Her dark circles have disappeared. There's almost a light pink flush in her cheeks. Her hair looks more luminous, like it's alive and not just clinging to her scalp that's 400 years old. She walks straighter, almost like with she has a charm and a grace about her. And
Now more Fish Adams.
yeah, yeah. When
Now
she
look like
smiles,
Adams.
instead of being very like disturbing, it's almost heartwarming and friendly.
Do I notice
Okay.
this? Or not? Do I still see her, or do I see like that?
Oh no, everyone sees it. It's not an illusion. Like it's almost like she's tapping into her like vampiric powers or in her blood to appear human for a small amount of time.
Nice.
I like turn around. I'm like, oh, we think you look delicious. You look very good right now.
Well, thank you. You're so sweet.
This is actually a good move. This should probably throw the guard dogs off your scent. So,
Hers at-
huh?
Off hers at least. I'm still here.
Yes, off her scent. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so how do you want to proceed?
Go knock on the door.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Zeke, Katie, did you want to attempt to go around the back? Okay.
Yep.
So you separate off at this point. Splitting the party. Good idea. Just kidding. No. It's a good plan. It's a good plan.
We're still in the same general location.
Yes.
So we're essentially like distracting at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Okay.
Yeah. Because I think you said you wanted to bring the, what is it, like the owner of the house to the front door?
Mm-hmm.
Is what you said? And that they would come in through the, I don't know, this is y'all's plan. And then
No,
Zeke
I
said
want
he was
to.
gonna.
No,
you explain it
once
to
we get to the actual location, I would love to use like my awareness and my wits or something like that to see like the best like ingress for us to be unnoticed, whether it's a back door, whether it's like a second story window, whether it's like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So let's actually have you use your let's have you use your awareness and your intelligence.
Okay. Oop.
Awesome.
2 10s.
What? Oh, that's a
2
crit.
10s.
Okay. So now I'm going to give you
10,
a
10,
whole
5, 9.
layout. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay. So you got a crit. So that counts as what? 5 successes? Okay. That's way more than what you needed. 2 over what you needed. So all right, 9. You know that the dogs are going to pose a problem. Maggie's sort of color of life will help, but sometimes dogs can aggro onto Kindred. They can tell that there's something off. And you know that her charm, and especially Two's charm, won't work on them. But yours might, because you're gay.
Alpha dog them. Yeah, like alpha dog them into like not saying a fucking thing.
Yes. The other thing you notice is that there's actually kind of I need to help with my vocabulary. You know those tall sort of like white wooden structures that people use to put climbing vines on, and it has like a
something.
A what?
An arbor?
Is it like a terrace or something? Or
Yeah, an arbor. Yeah, that. Thank you. You notice closer towards the back left corner of the yard, there is one of those, and you're pretty sure you could scale the fence and climb onto that to get a better vantage, and also to maybe and it's another way in. Otherwise, you'd have probably a hard time getting down from there. Well, maybe.
Okay.
Don't you have like superhuman jump or something?
No.
Oh. For some reason,
No.
I thought you took because I think. Did one of you take the superhuman jump?
No. The one I think the one you might be thinking of is like the weight of a feather.
Oh, right. Okay.
But it was a choice between eyes of the beast or weight of the feather. So I could see in the dark, or I could like be like graceful like a cat or whatever. So I chose see in the dark. While we're on that topic though, one of my something ability or especially or something like that gave me one more point in protein. So I have level 2. Does that mean I can have a level 2 ability or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The second, so if your hunter type gave you protein, then that means that the second you put a point in it or a dot in it rather, you gain a spell at the level that you put the dot in.
Perfect.
So
I took the claws, feral weapon. Which means it's just like, I can wolf my hands can wolf out, or my fangs can, that kind of shit.
Okay, sweet. Awesome.
Let's see. So that's I'm trying to use that to my advantage for the dogs. And also possibly to like use them to climb better on the lattice terrace trellis work.
Okay. I like how none of us know what it's called. It's fine.
Yeah.
Trellis, I think.
The tralala.
I said terrace, but apparently it's trellis. And I'm like,
it costs 1 rouse check, whatever that is.
Yeah. So basically there's a rouse. So you want to do that preemptively before you go in?
Once I notice the dogs, then yes.
Okay, yeah. So there's a rouse die at the very bottom of your sheet. It's next to frenzy and remorse. So do that. Whether you fail or succeed, you'll still get the claws. But if you fail, your hunger will go up by 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So now in every pool, you'll just have 2 hunger die instead of 1.
Cool.
Okay. So you know from your sort of awareness check that there are roughly 4 dogs, 4 Doberman pinchers that are patrolling the premises. Your eyes also pick up, since the gate's pretty tall, but there's like steps leading up to the house, and you can see in some of the windows, you notice that there's like a blinking light in a few of the windows that indicates that there's some sort of security system in play here.
Okay. I look down to Harmony. Since I've climbed up, I look down to her. They've got eyes inside. There's cameras. Do you have any idea how to disable them? I have a passing knowledge.
I have absolutely zero knowledge of technology.
All right.
Literally zero. Is there any way we can get to them to physically bust them? Are they indoors or are they outside?
I'm guessing the whole place is wired.
We're going to need to find some sort of power box then. That's got to be on the edge of the house, right? There's usually like a power box with like breakers or something like that we could bust and then just shut down the entire system.
I don't want to tip our hand. I want to keep them distracted.
I mean, we can always make a distraction. As I grip my brass knuckles very excitedly.
Harmony's gonna punch a dog.
Would love to punch a dog.
All right.
Now.
I'm going to see, like, I'm going to like inspect or like look for like wires to cut or like where the cameras are pointed and see if there's any way I can disable them without shutting off the entire fucking block or this house. I kind of shit, you know.
Yeah. Basically, you'll need, let's see here. You'll have to figure out which window you want to enter from, and then from there you can you can decide every time.
Okay.
Like which one you want to do. I'm like, did we take, I'm trying to remember what disciplines we took for you. I'm just going to check. Let's see. Okay, we took fortitude and protein. Okay. I was curious if we took animalism for you, but it looks like we didn't, but that's okay. Okay. You can still definitely, with your claws and stuff, attempt to kind of be the alpha of the pack. If you had taken animalism, then you could straight up tell them what to do, because then you can communicate with animals.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think I remember us taking protein, which means you can turn into an animal. Okay.
You know, that's actually something decent to bring up as far as like cameras go, like vampires and cameras. Is there a weird thing or not?
No, sadly, no.
Okay.
I do know that some of you, those of you who took obfuscate, you can definitely sort of evade cameras or become invisible to the naked eye at will. But that's only for those of you who took obfuscate. I know 2 took it. Maggie, did you take it as well? Do you remember?
I took, let's see.
I took dominate and obfuscate.
Yeah, I took dominate, but I think they might actually be the same. Yeah, dominate and obfuscate they both are just 1 in both of those.
No, you have 2 in dominate, because you get 1 at level 2 and 1 at level 1, don't you? Oh no, you took 2 in blood sorcery. My bad.
Yes, ma'am.
You are right. Okay. So, how do you decide to proceed? Also, I don't know if this helps as a GM point. You don't know that there's cameras at every door. You just know that there's security.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So there might be like you break a window and it goes off. There might be some cameras, but you don't know that the entire house is rigged with them. They're probably in a few strategic locations.
I say we bust a window in.
Can we? Is that when we can ding
Let's
dong?
not bust a window near the bells.
That's so weird. But like, can we
The
like
ding
this is where
dong?
we can come in, right? And distract.
We
Because
could be like
dogs-
arguing and they could hit a bell.
Well, dogs like whenever you ring a doorbell, they go fucking insane.
They
Like
do.
we go ding dong,
True.
and then you hear. "Rah, rah, 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 rah."
Yeah.
Like, we're
Are we already split?
No. I think you said you looked down and talked to Harmony. I assumed you were climbing up onto that.
Yeah, no, I was. I'm talking
trellis.
from Maggie and 2.
Yeah. I thought you were
Okay.
all together. That was my understanding.
Okay,
Maggie and I
okay.
are going towards the
I
front
thought
door.
we split up.
Yeah, we already split up in my mind.
I thought we had 2. I thought I
Okay.
went around to the back and they were in the front. So then I
Yeah.
look down at Harmony and go, Harmony, I think the best plan for now is to keep an eye on Maggie and 2 and see if they are successful in whatever they do, their hoodoo. And if they're not, or otherwise, let me know. And then we can do your plan, which is, the simple plan.
Okay. Down.
Is that all right?
Fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Or if he answers the door, you can just go in and punch him, I guess.
I mean, I'm down with that too. I just think we're kind of pussyfooting around a very direct situation.
We don't know where these cameras lead to. They could be off-site. They could be fail-safes. That's kind of what we're talking about.
It could be my free cams.
Could be that too, I guess. All right.
What?
Like I said, any trouble, just whistle.
So are we going to go around opposite sides of the house and kind of flank the girls who are going up front?
This is my vision. I'm in the back on top of the lattice work, the trellis. You are the go-between, Harmony. Like, you'll be watching them, and then if something happens, you'll come around or whistle, and I'll go through, and they're just at the front.
All right.
Yeah.
I just
So you can move around
stroll into the middle
freely.
and light up a cigarette. You got this.
And so then we move to the front
Just waiting.
gate. Yeah, with Maggie and 2. And a few animals. You can hear them on the other side of the gate. What do you do?
I look up at Maggie and I'm like, shush. I think that we shouldn't go to the Girl Scout cookies. Maybe we should go that your car broke down and now nobody will help us. And we really need help. We just need help with our car.
Yes, we really need to come in the house.
And we need to use the phone.
Yes,
I don't know
we
how
need
to use it, but
phone.
yeah, we use the phone.
Don't have phone. Your phone was out of battery.
I don't have a phone. And I
Exactly.
empty out my pockets because 9 has all my stuff. He doesn't allow me to have my own phone. Because last time I
we'll
did,
just-
bad.
We'll lie and say that you do, but there has no battery.
Oh,
We're
we
going to
lie.
lie to them. Yes.
Yeah, we lie.
Okay. Would you like to ring the doorbell?
Yeah, but how do we get past? Are the dogs in between us?
No. The dogs are on the inside of the gate. And
Okay.
unless the gate is locked. You could try to buzz. There's a keypad there. You could try to see if there's a way to buzz into the building. Otherwise you'll have to get through the gate somehow and then to the front door to ring the actual doorbell, if that makes sense. And the dogs are between you and the front door.
And they don't like me.
No. They may or may not like Maggie. It's a toss-up, but they definitely don't like you. You could attempt to take the color of life as well, and that would help.
How do I do that though?
You do a rouse check. There's a chance you might get hungry, but it'll succeed every time. In terms of like it's at the very bottom of your page.
Oh. And what do I roll with it? Oh.
Yeah, it's just one dice. So you go ahead and increase your hunger by 1. I think that's also at the bottom of your page. And then I'll just add it to your die pool. There's some unique mechanics when you get more and more hunger die. That's mainly what we got to keep track of.
Is there any negative to rolling a 1 on that?
On the hunger die?
Yeah.
Yes, that means you get hungrier. And then you'll have to feed.
I rolled a 0, so does that mean I didn't get hungrier?
No, you did. Yeah.
Oh.
So you'll
you rolled a 1 on a D10.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I get it. I failed
So
horribly.
it's okay. So I think
I guess like
you
what
and
you see
Maggie
is,
both have hunger now. Or a hunger.
So now
We're
you
both
see, like,
hungry.
the makeup disappear, and I just look like the little girl to like Maggie's Morticia.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I look like the Wednesday Addams to Maggie's Morticia.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You
So.
You look more like a strange goth girl and less like a deathly white goth girl.
Clown
Yeah.
goth.
Or less like a clown. Yeah, yeah. You look like somebody that is alive as opposed to very obviously dead.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about Chad's fetish right there because he was super into it. We're just gonna we're just not going to think about what Chad saw there. So you walk up to the front gate. Do you attempt to open it?
I think as I go to grab it, like, are the dogs like barking angrily and jumping against the gate, or are they like do they seem kind of calm and just like,
You see a couple of them between the bars kind of like come over and start sniffing curiously.
I kind of like put my hand up, but like high enough to where if they started to like jump towards it, I could maybe go like this real quick and grab it away. So
Yeah.
like, to see if, like they can sniff me.
Yeah. And they do. And they're calm for now.
Okay, let's not play with dogs. Let's not let them, even though we are here. I know. They're adorable, really. They're
And then
great in
can I
pie.
open the gate and let them out.
I don't know if they will remain calm if you open the gate, but you can attempt to.
Can I like fiddle with the gate like I'm opening it and see what they do?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm like starting to open it and pull the latch and I scoot over.
Yeah. As you start to kind of like jingle the gate, you hear one of them kind of snarl.
That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Let's leave it shut.
And I look back at her. I'm like, what? Should we kill them?
We'll kill them
I think
later. We'll kill them later. But right now, we have to get inside house, okay?
How do we do that if we can't kill them? I like get frustrated.
It's like we save it. We save best for last.
I relatch it and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna push the button then. Do you have to push this button?
Okay.
You just see me like push every button on the thing.
Yeah, yeah. You push every single, you hear a variety of different dial tones. You also hear and then you hear a variety of more dial tones. You hear another and then the dogs start going crazy. You hear 2 more dogs come running to the front from the back, and they're all baying at the top of their lungs and going wild. You also hear kind of like inside the house a couple of doors sort of opening and shutting. And then sure enough, you see light kind of obscured from your view by the gate. You see light flood out onto the front steps, like sort of near your feet, where it's, streaming down the driveway. And you hear a man kind of like shuffle around out there. And you hear him call out, "Is anyone out there?"
Okay. Now here's what's going to happen. You have to listen. Okay. I'm going to do a lot of the talking. But you can say
All of
whatever you
it?
want. Not all of it. No, of course not. I want you to say whatever you need to. But we are lying to this person. Remember that. They cannot
lying.
know. If you want to let her do the talking too, you can do that too. Just remember that, okay?
Okay, but not both of us, right?
Not both of you. No.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I won't let her talk as much. Maybe.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hello.
That's such a change.
Hi.
Can I help you with something?
Hi. We got really stuck on back there on Brick, and we're wondering if we could use your phone.
You hear him put something heavy down behind the door, and you hear him walk over, and Rip, Fang, Wolf, come on, back. And he kind of like gets the dogs in hand. They sit down, still snarling. Kind of walks over. You see like a little sort of slit open, a little pull tab open, like in the gate. He looks out, sees that there's two women. It's an older man. Ah, yes. How can I help you? You said you had car trouble.
Hi. Yeah, we were just wondering if we could use your phone. My daughter has an iPhone, but it ran out of battery. You know, those things just it's like that.
Yeah, ever since that new update, you hear him starting to unlock things.
Yeah.
And he opens the gate, and before you stands an elderly gentleman, kind of like very athletic build, almost a little bit underweight, in a red sort of satin robe. And he's wearing pajama pants and slippers. Opens it. Y'all are out mighty light. Sorry. Y'all are out mighty late.
Yeah,
Or
we
you live
are.
around
Well,
here?
Mom
we
had
actually-
to see. She had to see the new musical that's in town, and I just finished, and I didn't want to see it because it's lame.
Yeah.
That's why my
Well,
phone died.
she thinks it's lame. She was on her phone the whole time, so I think that's why the battery was down. But yeah, our car broke down. We're wondering if we can come in and use your phone.
Can you roll your
Mhm.
charisma and your manipulation?
Too.
While she's doing that, Harmony, do you have a cell phone
Sorry,
that I
your
would know?
charisma and persuasion, actually, not
Charisma
manipulation.
and persuasion.
I assume I would have one. Right?
Okay.
This day and age, like who doesn't have a cell phone?
Yeah, Harmony would probably have one.
Okay. Then I would like text like updates question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll mine?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I did not persuade this guy.
I don't have persuasion though. I roll manipulate.
Okay.
I think I did that
so
right.
then-
Little girl, like this old
Yeah.
man is like, oh, what a cute little girl.
Yeah, you could try your charisma and manipulation together.
Shit.
Okay.
I'm
You kind of
sorry.
you like completely disarm him, and oh man, oh no, you rolled a 10 on your hunger die.
I know it's great, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and so you have to resist a compulsion, which in your case, because you're a Malkavian, the other person in your head kind of takes the forefront. I'm gonna let you take the lead on
So
what
what you
that's
see
going
is,
to look
like,
like.
When I
I'm just gonna say right now, I'm replying to 9, but all he sees is the ... because now I'm watching what's about to go down and I'm not sending. So he's gonna
Yeah.
be super anxious. You know, the
So-
eternal.
I normally have
Mhm.
like green eyes, and they're usually pretty vivid. It captures anybody. They just like it's just bright green eyes, but you see my eyes just go suddenly like a very like pale gray, like the green is just sucked from them, and
Mhm.
I look up at Maggie, and I'm like, I think we should do more.
Uh-huh.
There's not two voices at all. So I walk towards the old man.
He pauses for a moment, and then he's like, kind of, you've already like kind of disarmed him with your charisma. So when you start walking towards him, he kind of turns his back and says, all right, then come in. I'll let you use the phone, and starts walking up the steps.
Okay, great. Thanks. Okay,
I
what
would
are you
like
doing?
roll stealth and disappear.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's are you trying to use your cloak of shadows?
Well, if I have to stay still, no. But if I can keep moving in stealth, that'd be great. Like,
Yeah,
I want to hear inside.
for sure. Let me ask this question. Are you doing it by physical means or are you using like your like vampiric ability to like go unseen?
I would say that I'm trying to utilize like as he like turns his back, I'm trying to just like duck behind something really
Okay.
inside and get into a
Yeah.
corner that's dark and just
Yeah,
be gone.
for sure. Because I was just trying to figure out if it was like you're trying to do it like in a human manner or like a superhuman, like supernatural kind of way. Okay. So I'll have you roll your stealth and your dexterity.
Meanwhile, I text 9. Your sister did the thing. She's different. I don't know what's going. Then it's a ... again.
All right.
May I want to come? I don't know what's happening.
So you do
You know,
successfully. Are you trying to slip in the house behind him?
Yeah, slip in the house here where he can't see me, and then Maggie may know what's going on, but she's just like, yeah, she's
Yeah, for
So-
sure. And on your next like sort of turn or whatever, we can have you roll your like willpower or your resolve and try to see if you can like wrest control of yourself again and kind
Okay.
of overthrow the compulsion. So 2 comes in the door very quietly behind the elderly gentleman and almost immediately disappears from sight, Maggie, as you follow him up the stairs. He closes the door behind you, relatches the lock. You see him push a couple of buttons on the alarm panel, and he goes sort of like kind of waves you into the hall. The phone's down the hall. Would you like a cup of tea?
Sure. Do you have chamomile?
I text Harmony.
Yeah.
Cover blown? Question mark.
Question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. Your sister's inside the house. I don't know what to do. Should I care? Question mark. Enter. Question mark, question mark, question mark, enter.
Still no whistle. Period.
Shrug emote.
I'll just type hold. Period.
Okay.
Deal.
Yeah.
Watching. Maggie looks okay, but she sounds weird.
I'm not
She does
gonna
sound
that.
Question mark.
He goes to the kitchen to fix you a cup of tea. And he comes back. And after some time, kettle's boiling. Did you make your phone call?
Yeah. Actually, my daughter had to run to the restroom. We kind of figured it out where it was on our own. Your house is lovely, by the way. Did you get that cross on the fireplace from Pier 1?
I'm going to
Ken.
as this is going on, since I know they're in the house, and that's kind of like the goal is get them in the house. I'm going to look for the best ingress, look for wires around the window, any connection points for if I separated them, but set off an alarm or anything like that, and try and find the best place to go, and then start trying to get in the fucking house.
Yeah. Can you roll for me your investigate and your resolve?
Okay. Investigate. There it is. And my resolve is good. So let's go. 1 success and a 10 on hunger.
Oh,
God.
Shit.
Wow, we all hungry.
Hungies.
What?
Let me check. I'm pretty sure Gangrel.
Bacon. It's bacon.
Yeah. Gangrel get weird when they get a
shit.
Let me look for it. Let
I
me
see.
find
I
it. Let
see
me
the
find
fucking.
it.
What was that? The gravy train go by.
Yeah. Um.
Oh no.
Yeah, because a 10 on a hunger die is what's called a bestial crit. So basically, your like vampiric blood roils up, and you do something kind of crazy. Kind of like you have to like resist a compulsion, or
Right.
something else happens that's terrible.
Does it matter? This is something we didn't actually go over with the chat, but we did in character creation that I am shunned by the kindred because I feed on vampires, like as a soldier of fortune. Like a mercenary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if that affects this. I'm just reminding.
In this case, I mean, it'll affect your overall perception and your feeding patterns. But in this case, this is more like you keep this animal side of you at bay so that you have your wits about you and you're this good protector. But in this moment, something inside you flares, and that beast that you sometimes take the aspect of just takes over. So for a gangrel,
it's like it's doggy chow for me.
Impulses. Now you can. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. You can try to resist it. If you don't, you're going to gain a 3 dice penalty to all rolls involving your intelligence, and you can only speak in 1-word sentences.
Oh shit.
Again, okay. How do I resist?
Text?
Yeah, let's see. We'll want your willpower. So let's use your resolve, and then let's use your. I don't know. How do you think your character would handle this? Do you think it'd be more like a composure of holding in this anger, or do you think it would be more of like an intelligence of trying to keep your wits about you? Do you think it would be wits? Like, how do you see like 9 trying to grapple with this when he feels this like surge of power?
I honestly, since based on the situation, tell me if this is out of my mind, but I was thinking resolve and stealth because I'm trying to be quiet. I'm trying not to like.
Yeah.
Try not to give our position away, and that goes directly against stealth.
Yeah. Yeah. And in fact, technically with compulsion stuff, it can be anything that you as a role player think it could be. So it could be that the baying of the dogs or the scent of them has gotten to you and you decide to go rip them to shreds in this moment. Or it could be that, like I said, that the standard, because that gangrel compulsion, that's like the standard one. And typically you agree on it as players of like, oh, this is what'll happen. For Pockets, it was like too irresistible to not have that like shift in personality. So we went that way. But if you want it to be like, instead of looking for a window, he decides to break it, it can be that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your resolve and your stealth.
Okay.
Okay.
2 successes.
Yeah. So you got 4 successes. Because the 2 on
with
hunger still count. Yeah. So you manage to kind of like hold this within yourself, this sort of like roiling anger and hunger, but you still feel it like kind of like explode within you. And you
and Harmony's looking at me. You kind of see like you kind of see 9 like sort of like cock his head to the side, and then you see like a dog that got wet. You see him go like
shake
it off a little bit. Yeah.
Do I know what's happening? Like,
oh
am I
no,
gonna be like, you cool, bro?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a you cool, bro situation. So because you did succeed, this is what this is gonna look like, because this is just in my mind's eye. All of your hair stands up on the back of your neck. You do the wet dog shake, and your instincts kick in a major way. With one swift, perfect bound, you leap from the lattice work over onto the roof, driven by like this really like just carnal smell. And you find yourself above the chimney. And as you smell from within the chimney, the unmistakable smell of a fellow kindred. You know it can't be Maggie. You know her smell. You know it can't be 2. You know her smell. But you know that look which lurks within is not that different from you. Well, biologically speaking.
All right. Like it's all I can do to like, the last thing I do before my next action is I grab my phone and I text to Harmony another kindred exclamation point, and then I put my phone in my pocket and I'm looking for doesn't matter, the nearest fucking window in like any way in Chitney. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. There is like a skylight on the roof that leads down into like a little sunroom. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Into like a perfect to a little sunroom.
Yeah.
So you can bound down directly through there.
I'm doing it. Superhero landing.
Right before that happens,
I get really anxious and I start to like run around to the front. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I kind of sense the crazy's going on. I'm like, oh God, get in the front, get into the house.
Before that happens, we cut back to like the inside of the house. And the gentleman is standing before you right after you ask this Pier 1 question. And he kind of smiles. And he looks you up and down. And he just says to you very quietly, here I was looking for you. And instead you've shown up here.
What's that mean? Exactly.
You don't have to talk like that around me. He kind of like straightens his like sleeves and turns around, turning your back to you, kind of walking towards the living room and the fireplace. And sure enough, on his back, you see a sigil that's been embroidered onto his robe, that of a scepter and a sword. Sigil, you know, Maggie, to be that of a Ventrue.
Oh, I see. You are a man of class.
He smiles. He kind of like looks over his shoulder and you see like this like wicked smile curl onto his lips. Oh, yes. You were once a woman of class too, were you not?
Once? How can you talk to me like that? You don't know my history. You don't know what I've been through.
I know that you've lost your way.
And how can you be sure?
And you notice now that like his voice has gone from old and strange to like syrupy smooth. He pours himself a glass of scotch and from like a little tray that's sitting near the fireplace and swishes it around, sniffs it, and then says, oh, I miss scotch. Kind of like throws it into the fire. He has no idea where 2 is, by the way. So 2, I don't want you to think that we've like hand waved that away. You can still act at any point in time because you've managed to evade him.
Like if the camera panned to 2, you just see her like trying to like take back control, but she's like just silently like mm-mm, 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 mm-mm.
Do you want to attempt to roll your resolve to try to get yourself back?
Yeah, she probably should at this point.
Yeah. It's been a minute. I'm gonna have you roll your resolve and your composure.
There's resolve again. Sorry.
It's up at the top with the traits.
Okay.
Or you can straight up just click willpower. That'll work too. Right underneath the green bar. I think that should do your resolve and composure as well. Okay, so you do get 1 success.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you got a critical fail on your hunger, so you get hungrier.
Am I at 3 now?
Yeah. It's kind of like one of those like cascading effects. Like the more hunger die you have, the hungrier you get, and it becomes like a. So
I stealth to the phone and called Chad. I'm a sing queen.
Yeah, you're just trying to get. Hey, Chad, I need some. Can you just
give
Uber
a shit about
Eats
this moment.
essentially?
Oh my god. Oh, Chad.
DoorDash.
No.
um, but you do have like you have regained control of yourself now.
Oh, okay. So I'm hungry, but I regain control.
Yes, but you're starving, or you're getting there.
How far into the house are Maggie and the creepy stranger person? Are they like right inside the house? So if I come clambering around the side, I'm gonna like come thumping right into the front of the house and be like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
Maggie's not far from you. You do have to make your way through those 4 dogs who are still in the front yard.
oh
He
yeah."
temporarily called them off when he let Maggie and 2 in. I mean, you're pretty fast.
That's a question. I mean, I'm pretty fast. I'm also pretty brawlish.
Yeah.
I could probably punch some dogs.
You could, for sure.
I think I'm gonna come around. I think I probably come around the corner kind of recklessly and like slide like I'm gonna go in the front door, and then I see all the dogs and I'm like, oh god, okay, and just like enter into battle because I don't really have a choice because they've already seen me.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless I can stealth away. I don't have any stealth.
Yeah. Let's have you roll. Let's see. You'll fight probably 1 dog at a time. Let's have you roll your strength and your brawl. And meanwhile, Zeke, what would you like to do?
I'm crashing through that sunroof.
Yeah. So a loud crash comes from, the sound descends down to you, Maggie. You hear, sure enough, you see a light on the panel because you're still kind of standing in the hallway, and he's more in the sitting room that's like right off the hallway. You see a light on the panel kind of go off and start to blink. So it's a silent alarm. And he kind of smirks, says, yes, company.
Yes. I apologize for that. We brought friends, can't be too sure.
Yeah.
When I
Friends.
walk out, this is when I walk out, and I still have my Wednesday Addams look, and I'm like, I'm hungry. And I just stare at him, like I expect him to give me food or something.
Right. He stares you back down and then kind of smirks, and he's like, well, I'm sure Big Brother can take care of you, right?
And I go, no, I'm in your house, and you treat guests nicely. And I drop down my backpack, and I pull out the bottle of wine that Chad and I were supposed to share before we were interrupted. And I go, here's some wine as an offering. And what he doesn't know is, one, it's really old wine that I stole from Maggie. And it's laced with quality virgin blood.
Ah, okay.
And I just hold out. I'm like, I'm sorry, I drank some of it, but she told me to, and I was really thirsty, so I did, and it was really good. And please don't hate me. And I look at Maggie.
Since you've had the blood on you since the beginning of the game, and it's not something that you just conjured up now, you can actually count that as bagged blood. I'll allow it. So that will only slake 1 hunger. But if I'll allow it, because that was something that you said at the very beginning of the session, and I feel like it would be, listen, I'm a nice GM, okay?
I'm not gonna just drink wine. It's no, it's obviously laced with something, but it's something I stole from Maggie, who's been around a long time.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know now.
It's not as good as fresh blood, but you can only ever slake 1 hunger with it, but it's good enough for now. I don't think it can bring you below a 2, I believe. You know what? If I got the roll wrong, it's fine. Whatever. She's at a 2. It's fine.
I give it as an offering to this guy where I'm so desperate. I'm like, I'm really, really hungry. We're hungry, and she won't shut up. She won't stop bugging me. Oh, and my tummy growls.
Just drink some more of the wine. I mean, you can keep
Last
it.
time I
It's fine.
did. Last time I drank the wine, I met Chad. Do you want me to meet another Chad? Be
If
Tony
you can
this
eat
time.
him later.
So practical.
Listen, Sorry about my friend here. She is very hungry. In fact, I am a bit hungry as well. We were wondering if perhaps could we eat a dog?
You just see me
He
go,
kind of like smiles. Yeah, he's just like, you're going to come into my home and ask me if you can eat one of my dogs.
Yes.
Oh, the gall of it all. I'm starting to like you. Someone like you, Magdalena. Someone like you has got promise in this world. Tell you what. He like flashes you like this like Vincent Price-esque smile. And he says, I was supposed to get rid of you, but maybe we don't have to.
Why
Come
were you
back to
supposed
the
to get?
come back to the Camarilla. Maybe we can work something out.
Absolutely not.
Hmm. I thought you respected the old ways. At least that's
do.
what she said.
I did not
Who's
say
she?
that. I swear to God, Maggie, I didn't say it. Nope.
He kind of like chuckles and he's like, I like you. I was enlisted by someone. Someone who thought, well, quite frankly, all of us thought, that you were dead. You were gone. The permanent kind. Can't tell you too much about her. But I will tell you this. She wants you gone. Bad. But I have connections. For the right price. Maybe I could work something out. Your friends, not so much. They're useless savages. But you, powerful Tremere like you, don't you miss your people? Don't you miss your clan?
I did what?
We're all the clan she needs now. As I'm
Nine
like
says this says here. Yeah.
crawling like with like wolfy hands like down or paws like down the stairs to the 1st floor.
I've given up. I'm drinking the wine in the corner, like, whatever.
You can definitely slake one hunger for that. Harmony, can I have you roll your brawl plus your strength? I just want to see if she makes it into the room on this sort of round
Again?
as well.
Other than that one,
Oh, did you already roll it?
Yep.
Oh no, right there. Okay, so perfect. So you got a 3. So that's more than enough for you to get in. Let's see what kind of damage they do to you. So it's gonna be woo. Okay, that's fine.
Is it though? That wasn't convincing.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, there it is.
Holy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know medicine. I'm drunk and I know medicine.
Yeah, you do. So that's a crit, and then what? 1 success on top of that. So it's or 2 successes on top of that. So it's 6 successes. Harmony, and then they get extra damage. So you take. I'm gonna say you take 3 aggravated damage, but you do defeat the baying dogs.
All right, so I kind of come in and all my shit's ripped up, and there's like blood and dog pieces all over me.
Yeah.
Like,
oh God.
Yeah.
9's gonna come through. Oh. He was gonna. Okay.
I like.
Sorry, I saw the crit and I needed more wine.
Box wine. Yeah.
Right.
So
Sitting in this moment of like them doing that, and I'm sitting here drinking. Can I do an occult roll? To
yeah,
try
for
and
sure.
understand
What
this man and what's
Yeah.
going on with him and Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
So
You could do occult, or you could do you could also do, let's see, like politics.
Politics?
Or yeah, politics would work as well. Politics combined with intelligence, or wits, you might be able to put some pieces together.
Wits I could do, but politics not so much. So just wits alone?
Yeah, let's do your wits and intelligence together since you don't have that skill. I think you can still roll it even if you don't have it, but okay.
Did I crit again, really, on hunger?
I know, right? So,
This is I'm drinking
no.
and getting hungrier.
yeah. Your
I
roll.
get hungry when I drink.
So you'll have to resist the compulsion again. Now you can play this any way you want. You can either become suddenly because you're a Malkavian, so you can become very erratic, or
Yeah.
you could try to resist turning back over into your other self.
My other self is kind of erratic, or at least a lot more sadistic. I think I'm gonna try and resist. Like, I'm trying, and I think that the only person who would really know this is 9. I'm trying to keep at bay the sadistic me,
Yeah.
and
So go
so he sees me. I start going like this, and I want to like maybe have some insight to what's going on right now, but then like the sadistic side, when they learn, is like, yo, let me come out now.
Yes.
So-
So it was a success. So you figure out pretty quickly that this Ventru is a part of this organization called the Camarilla, of which Maggie at one point was a part. He's been hired by someone to kill her, but he doesn't want to because he's taken a liking to her. And instead, he wants her to give up you guys and rejoin.
And I'm
Bad
like,
deal.
all Zeke sees is me going, or all 9 sees is me going like, no. And I try to drink more wine, but it just doesn't work. So, and
Yeah, so go
now
ahead and do a willpower roll and see if you manage to keep it together.
willpower 5.
There's a straight die for it underneath your willpower bar.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, yeah. So you manage to hold this other person at bay for now. But you still hear her voice like resounding thunderously in your head. And it's almost distracting because you just hear her hissing in anger, louder than usual. It's less of a, like, it seems like normally you two barter. And right now she's not bartering. She's more like yelling at you to do what she asks. And it's at this moment that 9 comes in and says, we're the only clan she needs. And Harmony bursts in through the door, covered in chunks of dog with chunks missing from her. Oh, good. You're all here.
It's still.
I start circling to like a dog. Like a dog would. Like, cause I'm kind of wolfed out a little bit because I got my claws and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of doing that, and I'm standing like I sit by her, like on my haunches, and then I just look up to Maggie. Ma'am.
You see, here we have Big Dog, who is clearly very hungry. So is 2. What is to stop us, really, from killing you?
He sneers. If you were to kill me, the wrath that my people would bring down upon you would be truly astounding. Not only that, and at this point he kind of like examines his fingers and like looks at you, and you see like his eyes almost narrow to slits. And he just says, what makes you so sure you can?
We have our ways. Besides that, I believe there's 4 of us and 1 of you.
We didn't get to the top of the food chain with numbers. 1 of me is worth more than 4 of you.
Can I get up and walk to him?
Yeah.
And like as I do, like right as I get up, I have like this twitch. And I like as 9 growls, I press up against him and I grab him like with like just sharp fingernails, and I just like push myself up off of him. And I walk over to him and I just stand like just within direct eyesight of him.
Yeah. But within direct eyesight of the Ventru, not of
the man.
Okay, not of the 9. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, not a 9. I think you need us. And it's not like crazy like hyper too. It's like, I think you need us. You survived by having people like us and evolving, not by staying in your old ways. I think you need us. And at this point, she might be referencing like us, but at the same time, it's like, you can't get rid of us. If you don't have us, then how will you learn? It's a new age. There's new things, and we know things you'll never know without us.
Ooh, I like this take. I didn't expect this. Pokket, you're the best. Okay, I want you to roll your because you're trying to read him a little bit. Roll your insight and your manipulation with your manipulation as a modifier. Yeah.
Okay, I got 2 with
Yeah.
a crit and 1 hunger. I
Perfect.
don't know.
Oh, no. That's just a success. Yeah, you're fine. Right? Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, because I think the 1 just means it's a success, right? Wait, hold up. There's 2 die. Oh my god, you got it. You keep critically failing on your hunger die. So your hunger goes up by 1 again.
Oh,
I'm
God.
already like psycho girl now, so
Yeah, we're going all the way with it. It's fine. It's fine.
It's
It's
getting
fine.
desperate.
Yeah. So I think we went down to 2. Now we go back up to 3. You roll either a 10 or a 1 on your hunger die, and it seems like that's what you always get.
Yeah.
You, as you say this, he kind of like holds the bottle that you've handed him, plays around within his fingers, and you notice he has like a inhuman strength in his fingers. He twirls the wine bottle in his fingers the way somebody would twirl a pencil. And he looks at you almost with a new respect. And he says, I have ambitions. I don't intend to take orders forever. You think you can give me something? What do you think you can give me?
I like lean forward and I'm like, well, with the 2 of us, you could be the leader, right? You don't have to take orders. And there's more than just 2 of us. Look around you. There's many of us. And we could recruit more. But right now, you're taking orders from someone that we don't even know. No, we don't, do we? No. And you're just being their what do you have a lot of? Oh, you're being their bitch.
You see it like distaste on his face. And he looks over at the other 3 of you, past 2. Says, you would be willing to help out. Okay, Maria? I always thought your sorts had a distaste for us.
I'm not touching this one.
And my tummy growls. And you see the white in her eyes, and she's no longer the 2 that she usually is. Like, people around her should recognize that she's not the same 2. So
9. She's doing the thing.
I know.
Thing.
I put my hand out. Like, my hand's tiny compared to his, and his is so much stronger than mine. So I have like these little fingers on top of his, and I'm like, you should trust us. We found you because we work together very well. And we make friends with all sorts of people and things that you can't even imagine because you're stuck in this group. How did we find you? Well, you didn't find us, we found you. And you don't know what else is out there. I mean, we could help each other. You could protect us, and we could help you get where you feel like you belong. And I like stroke my fingers along his like long, strong hands.
He smiles. You immediately get the impression that this is a good approach to take with him. He likes being fawned over a little bit. He looks around at you all and he says slowly, if I can count on your discretion and some degree of loyalty, I don't see why we couldn't work together for a time. And then you can go back to your existences, and I can go back to mine.
And for a second, you see her eyes flicker green again, and she's like, I can have Chad. And then they go white again, and she doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I look over to Maggie. Your thoughts, ma'am?
This sounds like a good plan to me. All I wanted was isolation in first place. But listen. How do we know that you won't say anything?
He brings his fingertips together, kind of like with Two's hand still on his. He looks at you and he says, the woman that I seek to take down is one that, well, you would relish in the opportunity to take her down.
Would I?
Oh, yes.
Who might this woman be? Just out of curiosity.
Rosalinda. She was part of your coven, I don't know, 200, 300 years ago? What if I told you that in order to get some status within our organization, she's the one who sold all your sisters out? You think it was mere happenstance that they were all exposed and burned? Is it very different from what's happening now? Using some pseudo-holy organization to do their dirty work for them? Must seem somewhat familiar to you, Magdalena. In your heart, you know I'm telling the truth.
I don't know what you're proposing to me.
I was willing to do some of her work for her. I was asked to. By the Primogen. But if you can promise me that I won't be implicated in any of your doings, that I can claim that I wasn't connected, well, then I don't see why I can't move up the ladder and have this stone removed, and you can get some revenge.
She extends a hand.
He holds your hand and then like deftly like kisses the top of it, and you feel icy cold lips.
I think this is good agreement.
Well then, my dear, we have ourselves a deal. And Ventru are the perfect people to make deals with. And with that, we come to the end of our one shot.
Oh man.
I go into his kitchen and I raid his fucking.
Yeah.
I bite his throat out. I bite his throat out immediately. That's it. I bite his throat out.
That was such a cool approach to take. Good job. I love all of you. You're all so
I shit on his carpet because I'm so old and I have no bowel control.
Man,
You're a vampire. You don't know shit. My immersion. Oh man. Wow, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, all of you guys, for hanging out with me. This was wonderful. I'm so excited that you could all make it. When I asked Fox, I was like, can I get this lineup? I didn't think you'd all say yes, and then you did. So thank you for making my dreams come true. The absolute dream team of playing Vampire the Masquerade. And thank you, Pat, for coming on us.
Have you explain to people why I should be invited and who told you why I should be invited to this, please? Real quick?
Adam said during our Pathfinder game that you should be invited because you ripped somebody's throat out during a Star Wars game. And that's when you were a human.
Anyone today. Okay.
You didn't. You didn't. I was told that you were going to be a like loose cannon, and instead you were just like so composed and crafty. I love it.
I
You
feel
were
like
all
one
such different kindred.
Yeah, I feel like one shots are like not a place to be like a loose cannon versus is like you could just. I tried to do that in our Warhammer one and it didn't work out. So
This is beautiful.
need a little less.
I loved it so much. Thank you all for joining me. I guess we should do our little sign-offs. We'll do the opposite of what we did last time. Zeke, take it away.
What? Take what away?
Who are you?
Hey, everybody. First of all, thank you all very much for watching. Secondly, thank you for inviting me along on this. I always relish a chance to role play at any point in time. And when this was brought to my attention, I immediately wanted to do it because, well, vampires being one thing, but also like the Vampire the Masquerade world is awesome. I played the old collectible card game. I played Bloodlines, all that shit. But also it's because I got to play with such awesome people, most of which I have never gotten to play with before. And I gotta play dress up and wear fangs and stuff. That's fun. But you can catch me anywhere at or / Ezekiel_III. Thank you to everybody for joining me on this journey. It was a hell of a lot of fun. And I'll be casting tomorrow at some point in time. Oh, I'll be at Core Swords tomorrow. No more role playing. That's what I'll do. So that's all I got. Thank you. Love you.
Katie.
Hello, my name is ClassyKatie. You can catch me at twitch.tv/ClassyKatie. I'm relatively new to the role-playing game, but I love it so much. The reason I'm here, since we're sharing stories, I like my story. Bronze actually tweeted out something about Vampire the Masquerades like forever ago. It was like 6 or 8 months ago or something. And all I ever did was play the Bloodlines video game. And so when she tweeted that, I was like, you best invite me to play with you or else, ha ha ha, like menacingly. And she did. And so here we are. And this is like the culmination of all my life's wishes forever. I love the Vampire Masquerade so much. And I was so excited. And I think all of you did such a freaking good job. Like, I'm just blown away. Cosplay and acting and roleplay. Like, this was just like, thank you everybody for coming out. You guys are amazing. I roleplay on another channel called Table Story too. You should come back there.
The whole enchilada. Pokket.
The whole enchilada.
Hello. I always play the very good person that never does anything crazy. Always. None of my characters turn out crazy ever. This is one where I wanted to start out blatantly just crazy. And when I got reached out to and someone's like, do you want to be Vampire the Masquerade? I was like, I have no idea about that world, but it's vampires, so I already know what I'm going to look like, maybe. And then when people found out, they're like, Pocket's going to be a Malk. And I remember we were in our character creation. I'm like, what's the one that starts with an M? Everyone wants me to go that. And then as soon as I heard the definition of it, I was like, yep, okay, yep, I can do that. Okay. So I'm really glad I did that because I got to have my alter ego join us, So thank you. You can find me at twitch.tv/Pokket, Pokket, and same on Twitter. And I'm really happy because I got to roleplay with people that I've, again, never roleplayed with. And it was really fun. And people's characters and Elspeth's voices were on top of everything, man. It was great. So,
yay. Elspeth.
Hi, I'm Elspeth. You can find me at twitch.tv/Elspeth. I'm your resident grandma. I don't know how the modern world works at all. And surprisingly, still alive after 400 some plus years. So this was an amazing campaign to be a part of. I've never really looked into vampire at all. Like I had no idea how anything worked. But I just knew that I wanted to be really decrepit and have like some crazy history of like I've seen my friends burned at the stake and like I have no more family. So this motley crew, as Bronze put it earlier, of friends is like, it's honestly one of the best groups. I already feel like so much like I want a sequel because I'm already attached to everyone and all the characters. And I think everyone did an amazing job, including Bronze. The DMing was just out of this world. It was awesome. So thank you so much for having me on. It was a lot of fun.
I'm sorry, Bronze. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to catch you off guard. But I was like, what would crazy but very manipulative like to do?
No, off guard is good.
So,
Off guard is amazing. Like,
yeah.
there's a lot of people that GM to tell their story, and I always GM to tell other people's stories, and that for me is like my favorite thing. I like to like create a setting in which that happens and people get emotionally invested. That's like my thing. I'm one of those like touchy feelsy kind of persons where anytime people are like, not even like in a, like, this means so much to me. I can't believe this is happening. That's like my favorite. So anytime I can do that.
Chad wasn't supposed to live.
I mean, yeah, that was cool though. Cause now, I mean, I even gave him a name like Chad because I just was like, he's not gonna.
He did.
Chad lives.
He's dead. She's gonna eat him. And then it was
I
like,
love
no,
Chad.
you have a boyfriend now. Like Chad is your boyfriend now.
Oh wait, you
He's
fall
gonna
asleep.
take you to the fair. Yeah, like he's gonna win you a stuffed animal at the fair, and this other side of you is gonna, this other side of you is gonna want to eat him, but then this other side of you is gonna be like, he's my boyfriend. It's gonna be adorable. He's gonna keep calling 9 sir like every single day. It'll be great.
Oh my god. He just lives
Can
in
I just say how
fear.
much I loved also that 9 kept calling Maggie ma'am? I was like, oh my god, that is amazing. Like they're in her house. He's like getting blood everywhere.
I tried to incorporate because I know a lot of people who've been were shitty before they went into the military and then they came back and they were saying shit like ma'am and sir and that kind of stuff. So respect for your elders, that kind of stuff. Try to incorporate that. So it wasn't that you were my master or anything, but it's a sign of respect, opening your door and stuff like that. So
sure.
It's adorable.
No, I sit in the front.
The opposite of that.
God, dude. The goddamn seatbelt.
It's like, Mom, I don't want you.
I know, it was so good. You're all treasures. I guess that leaves me. Hi, hello. I'm that Bronze Girl, and it was my divine pleasure to GM such a wonderful cast of people. I guess this is vampires. I'm supposed to say I was the storyteller, which sounds like super metal. So we'll go with that. Thank you all so much for saying yes, because it was literally like, oh, like when I got the email to put it together, I was like, oh, here's like the people, like my first choice. And so none of you disappointed. I would have told you if you did, because I'm very direct like that. You're all wonderful. And I love all the curveballs you threw me because it keeps it always makes for great story moments. And I hope you in the chat enjoyed it as well. And JP, thank you for this opportunity for giving me the resources to do this. This was so much fun. You can find me on at twitch.tv/thatbronzegirl. You can find me on Twitter at the same handle. And soon you'll be able to see me in another RPG next month, which I'm under NDA and I can't talk about it. But if you like Vampire the Masquerade, keep an eye out because it's going to release soon. It's one of those pre-recorded.
Wow.
But
snap.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, this was great. I think that's it. I think we're good. We'll see you later. This was fantastic. You're all wonderful and your coterie is amazing.